everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity 2. Here we are outside the Jagged Keep, where we are soon to be entering to light Magran's shrine, altar, some thing, to try and speak with Eothas, or reach him at least.
Yes?
So without further ado, let's dip inside and see what we can find. You'll have to bear with me, I'm playing this session at 10 o'clock at night, and you know what it's like when I start playing games this late. I make silly blunders, I miss things. It's just due to tiredness, but hey ho.
What is it?
I am in the mood to play, so...
Of course.
Rathun Raider. Okay, this keep is bigger than we thought.
Yes.
Peaked at spotting you, the strapping warrior slams her shield against the floor, rattling the stones beneath your feet.
Scurriers in my keep, make ready to be crushed, vermin of Eothas!
Now, if we show her the talk, is that going to anger her? AKA, we've taken it from the dead body? Or is she going to like, oh, you've got that, you can pass? Kind of feel like it's going to net us into trouble. But it's the only evidence we have. So we're going to show it.
You felled her? And her dragon?
No, don't be silly. You think I could best one of you? It was the dragon who killed her, not me. She stills, red scrolls in her skin flickering as she grimly appraises you. A muscle ticks in her jaw, but finally she sheathes her sword.
Then the Bathor will decide your fate. He awaits at the back of the keep.
Ah, I thank you. Oof. Fedoran's tongue is working wonders so far. As I say today, it's all part of the same day, really. The game, of course, it's working wonders. We're just waiting for the punchline. Waiting for it to go horribly wrong at some point when he puts his foot in it. But so far, so good. Talk down a
We
dragon.
aren't gonna fight them all at once.
What we're fighting?
Yet? What if we didn't fight them at all?
Yes, that would be preferable, ideally. We have the talk, I think we should be, okay, hopefully. Lightning bomb, I'll take that. He has the heat about him, a flicker of honour. Is he talking about us? We have, yes, we have flickers of honour. Yes, don't mind us looting and plundering stuff. Taking a chance at angering a few people here. Ornate Ashen Key. We may need that. Okay, so we are in a bit of an area here. This could be the area just to get the key, I feel. Rathun Hall of Warriors. I imagine the party must be pretty warm, given the locale. A kith? Able to bear the talk? Ah, not just any old kith. Oh no, this is Lord Fedoran, don't you know? Speaker to gods, slayer of dragons, and all that kind of jazz. So it's a good job we actually came in here with a talk, because I remember saying, well, should we go to the ancient hall first or not? Had we come here without the talk, this entire place could well have been hostile. Which would have been problematic to say the least. Ooh, what's that summon? 2 magma oozes.
What is it?
Gotta love those summons that we don't use. Another thing we don't use added to the list. The sparks flying up from the door as it descends. Uh-oh, here we go.
Supposing this volcano blows, what are the odds any of us but Gon survives it?
Let's not think negative thoughts, Jyoti. I'm sure everything will be fine. May Magran protect us all. Yeah, right. When the warlord spots you, his shoulders stiffen, and he reaches for the mace strapped to his back.
Kith, how is it you have come to be here? Nay, it is of little matter.
Hang on, hold your fires, hold your fires. I am not here to fight.
Your words hold no weight, Kith. Rathun decide their own battles.
His words boom from behind his helm without falter, yet he does not strike. With a raised hand he signals his warriors to wait. There is no reason to fight when we can be of aid to each other instead. He scrubs a hand over the front of his helm, apparently weighing your words.
I concede to your point.
Keep going, Fedora. You're on a roll. Keep going. Keep talking.
Aethys deserves death, not words. The Defiler God has brought war to Ashen Moor in revenge against Magran and her Rathun.
The warlord regards you hotly, fire sweat dripping down his neck. His surrounding warriors clang their weapons against their chests or the floor, clamouring for blood.
What is your relation to Aethys, if not to act with him against Magran?
Berath wills that I intervene with Aethys.
Mere Kith are seldom agents of such a powerful deity. If you have no plans to defend the Defiler God, then we've no quarrel with you, Kith.
I am very thankful for that.
We are prepared to assault Aethys at the base of the moor.
The warlord gestures to the shrine of Magran behind him.
The shrine will lower us to the sacred Ardra Pillar, where the embodied god now gluts himself.
Well, I have come to speak with Aethys and convince him to leave. At least permit me to try.
Even if I believed you, I cannot do such a thing.
He shakes his head, his eyes burn fiercely intent. Oh no.
We guard the sacred depths of the moor. None may freely enter. Thus the shrine lies dormant, locked without the talk of Befactor.
Yes, about this talk.
Our High Priestess. The Brenthis is the talk's rightful bearer, but she has yet to return to the keep.
Yes. How do we badge this? I have the talk, but please bear with me on this one.
I heard shouts of your triumph preceding you. It would seem you are unparalleled among your kind, and mine. You are without the Brenthis, so I must assume she has returned to the Everflame.
Yes, I'm afraid she has.
What became of the Ancient? Jorda Fairless? Triumph will be nigh impossible without her.
What makes you think something happened to her?
Face beet red, Jyoti chokes, pounding on her chest as she struggles for air.
Oh, who needs some old lizard anyway?
Don't be calling an old lizard in their presence, are you foolish? The warlord tilts his head as if considering the true meaning to your companion's reaction. Growing distrustful, he tightens his grip on his mace. I would urge you all to pipe down while I'm talking.
You will answer me, Kith, without trickery or lies.
You want the truth of it? I'm afraid your dragon has forsaken you. He falls silent, the scrawlings on his skin flaring hotly.
Indeed. I feared the worst when the Brenthis failed to return with the beast. We've no choice. Despite the odds, we'll attack without either's strength.
He shakes his head, the motion grave.
If this is to be our last stand, We must prepare ourselves, either for victory or for sacrifice. Lest Margaret forsake us for our failures. You've earned the right to Fire Shrine with the talk of the Ether Flame. But we cannot join you as yet in facing the Defiler.
I thank you for staying your weapons. I shall go about my business. Like you won't know I'm here. Now, come along, team. What have I told you about chirping up when I'm speaking?
I can see the fury burning in her eyes. What a hateful goddess.
Yes, well, you all just stay here, please, while I go and put this damn thing on the altar. Don't want any more hiccups. We have come close to death far too many times today.
Leave it to me.
You stand before the shrine of Magran, goddess of flame and war. Lifting your eyes, fiery motes begin to streak across your vision as you stare into the imposing cast of her likeness. Does it look like it? For the span of a single breath, everything falls eerily silent. The Raffoon behind you fade away. Flames to either side of you flicker higher, dancing without sound. But the heat is real, licking at your skin. Then metal groans as Magran's statue bends her head to you in greeting.
Watcher, the time does not allow for niceties.
Her words flow like lava from her lips, like the trails that burble hotly from her eyes.
Even now, Aethys gains strength from the spire. What progress have you to report?
Yes, well, I haven't yet spoken with him. I'm planning to do so very shortly.
Make haste, should you wish to distract our enemy during my preparation for war.
She leans forward, the copper of her corded arms gleaming from the blustering flames. She tugs her sword free from her plinth, and the entire shrine shudders with heat.
Though now, maybe a revised directive would be wise.
Revised?
Presently, I shall erupt this volcano, and with it, consume Aethys. I suggest you retreat if you at all value your mortal form.
No. I need more time to reach him. Just give me a little bit more time. I do not wish to be burnt alive.
I can give you only the moments more it takes me to fully fire the depths of this maw. After that, I will not stay the assault. Even for you. Fare thee on, Watcher. My condolences, should you die.
The avatar of the goddess flashes over the imposing statue before you. As the image fades, her absence leaves the shrine cold and deathly silent. Okay. So how on earth are we supposed to get to him then? Ignite Magran's shrine. Right, we're going to have to do it again, aren't we? Oh, there you go. A statue of Magran towers above you, bloodied and battle-ready. The goddess clutches both sword and shield. At the base of the statue, a rectangular iron slatted altar rests between two unlit braziers, and so we place the torque on. The braziers on either side of the altar flare to life, red-hot flames shooting high before settling into a steadier, softer burn with the bowls. Lava eddies beneath iron grating on the floor, heating the soles of your feet, while the statue herself seems to wake, metal groaning, rasping as the shrine moves. Fedora's got an audience, just how he likes it. A statue of Magran towers above you. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, we got that. Yeah. Descend into the depths. With a squeal of metal against metal, the entire floor drops a stomach lurching 5 feet. Chains clang like the toll of a bell as they catch, pounding against the time-worn gears. Then, the shrine begins steadily lowering into the maw. As the shrine cranks lower into the maw, Aethys' colossal Adra-carved dome, neck and shoulders slowly emerge into view. As close, the god rises up like a mountain, larger than you ever remember having seen him. Energy vibrates from his massive body, and a cacophony of mutterings and shouts from the souls whirling within it slams into you, nearly knocking you from your feet. Oh, here we go. Here we go. You know that talking you do so well, Fedoran? Now's a good time to ensure that you continue the same vein, yes?
No problem. Do we tap him on the shoulder? I don't want to startle him.
Have you ever seen anything so awe-inspiring?
Oh my God.
Behold the power of my god.
Joty's about to wet herself. It's quite intimidating, isn't it?
I wasn't sure you'd make it. But there is enough of you in me to grasp that you had a better chance than most. Some would say it's because you have a strong soul. Great deeds come easily to one so spiritually blessed. Or have you become great because of what has been thrust upon you? Watcher of Caed Nua, Herald of Berith, Hound of Aethys.
Oh my god. You really, I mean, this can't.
Good grief. Get a hold of yourself, woman.
I see you, Shoti. I am glad that we could meet, even if it is under quite unpleasant circumstances.
This is really happening, right? Gon, your humble priestess is before you. Please, tell me what you require of me. How do I save more lost souls than I can carry in one lifetime?
Face bright red.
Face bright red.
Oh.
Sweat beading her brow. Shoti stumbles precariously closer to the edge. Lantern rattling, she catches herself. A mere moment before she would have toppled over.
God, Joty, get away from the edge. What are you doing?
I know that you have undertaken a noble mission, but I will tell you what I told the Watcher. You need not fear for the lost souls of this world. As for you, Watcher, why is it you believe you have made it this far?
As you said, strong soul, yes, strong soul, great deeds, and all that kind of jazz, yeah.
There is little evidence to dispute your claim. You, who ended Theos and learned the secrets of the gods. Woe may befall the next god or mortal who stands in your way.
Fedoran secretly feeling rather pumped up. Little pep talk here, talking about his greatness and all that. Where's the twist?
But you have come a great distance for answers. What would you ask of me, Watcher?
That we have. And I got a request.
Good grief.
Down here. God, look how full my lantern is. I've been harvesting day and night for you, my god.
Lantern rattling. Sickle gripped so tight her knuckles are white. She waves her arms over her head as she shouts.
My dear Shoti, I do not mean to diminish your presence here, but this is a question that the Watcher needs to answer.
Yes, Joty, if you don't mind trying to control yourself here, this is a very, very important conversation I'm about to have.
He alone was tasked with pursuing me. The gods have placed him in this fire. It is only right that we speak together now.
Yes, yes, indeed, Aethys, indeed. Why? Why have you come back?
You need to know? Or Berith? Or the gods?
I think everyone needs to know, after all that you have done.
And it would seem even she whose presence shakes the heart of this mountain needs to know.
Perhaps she is prepared to take drastic measures to stop you.
Margarin fears what I will do, just as she feared what I would do in the Dyrwood. But this time, there is no power on Eora or in all of hell to stop me. Understand that what I'm saying is neither a boast nor a challenge. It is the clearest statement of truth I can give you. Give Berith, in the hopes of dissuading you from taking actions that may harm others.
Harm others? What do you mean, harm others? What are you going to do?
Force gods and mortals alike to open their eyes to one another. It seems my sister does not like the sound of that.
Can you be more specific?
I want to return the gods to our original purpose, and to allow mortals to worship us, or ignore us, for what we are, not what we pretend to be.
Shodi gasps sharply, for once too stunned to blurt out a response. Her eyes are wild, with too much white showing, when she glances from Aethys to you.
What's that mean? You're gonna tell them the truth?
Adair looks away from Aethys for the moment.
Forget myself.
His eyes darting back and forth, as if between possible outcomes.
When I entered Waidwen, I did so with the intention of illuminating the history of Anguith. I wanted to show all the nations of the Eastern Reach the machines we had used to create ourselves. How we had hidden our true nature from mortals for millennia. But even if I had succeeded, my words would have been easy to deny. Belief creates the foundation upon which a mind's reality is built. Some minds can never let go of that foundation. They would rather hold tight to the world in their mind than accept what they're being told.
Okay, I understand what you're getting at, but what exactly is it that you're doing this time that will make any difference when compared with the last?
I have not come to speak, to convince, to plead, but to break the foundations of belief itself, to extinguish the lights that maintain the illusions we have created. We took on the mantles of gods from legends, and in so doing, made real what was false, crafted truth from fiction. The time has come for a new covenant between gods and mortals. One forged in the light of truth and understanding between our kind. I will leave this place and go to the lost city the Huana call Ukaizo. It is there that all souls pass through the machines of the gods, where all souls pass into the beyond before beginning their next life.
Yeah, this is the mythical island. Oh hell.
When I reach that place, I will find our great machines and tear them to pieces. I will smash the great wheel until the lights of hell all gutter and die. And when my work is done, I will leave this world forever.
Where does that leave us? You're ending the rule of the gods?
No, Adair. It is not for me to decide if the gods should remain in power. That will be for your kind, for mortals, to decide.
What can we say to that? There is nothing we can say.
I admit that's not the response I expected, especially given the volcano erupting around us. Still, I'm surprised Magrin is reacting this way. I would have thought she would appreciate a trial of this magnitude, one that tests us all. Both gods and mortals alike rely on the wheel. We depend on it for the souls that give us power. Mortals depend on it for the lives of future generations. Breaking it will force all of us to face the truth. We will fail together or move forward together. Either ending is preferable to the cycle we still find ourselves in.
Dawn, wait! Before it's too late! You gotta take the souls I harvested for you!
The priestess thrusts her light-pulsing lantern outward, as if waiting for Aethys to take it from her.
They are not for me to take. Shodi, you are their guardian now. You are their protector. You have taken responsibility for them, and only you can decide their fate. Once again, the gods have put you in a precarious position, Watcher. Considering all the troubles I have put you through, the least I can do is protect you from the wrath Magrin has intended for me.
Well, I suppose being prevented from ending up a smouldering ruin is appreciated, I suppose, in the grand scheme of things.
Don't thank me yet. This will be particularly difficult for you, Watcher.
I see.
Guys and gals, we are literally being touched by the hand of God right now.
Despite herself, Shodi squeals. Trembling, she sways on her feet as if she might faint.
You better be sure of what you're doing, Aethys. You better be making things right. Because either way, we're the ones paying the cost.
All that I have done for your sake. If we do not meet again, Adair, please, take care of the Watcher.
Take care of me? I'm perfectly fine looking after my bloody self.
Aethys's great hand floats away from the luminous Audra pillar. As it pulls back, for a brief moment you see a golden tether flash into existence between the pillar and the great Titan's back. When the Audra fingers gently cradle you, there is first a sensation of warmth, but it is followed by a harsh splitting of consciousness. Your awareness vacillates erratically between the physical world and the spiritual dimension of Aethys's body. Your soul glides amid the many trapped with Aethys. As your brilliant form passes by them, they call and reach out for help. Below Aethys's body, the volcano erupts. Molten rock rushes over the great Audra body, but does not slow its movement. Rathun rush to higher ground, but cannot outpace the lava, which overwhelms and consumes them as it rises. Your attention returns to the heart of Aethys's body. Deep within the whirling masses of souls, you again sense your own presence, the fragment that was taken from you. This time, you reach out to it as it reaches out to you. You meet somewhere in the great mass of Audra, the rest of the souls fading at the edge of your awareness. We are together again. Are you ready to be together again?
I'm ready. It's about bloody time.
Are you certain? Since we've parted, you've become someone else, and I have become myself. When we join, we won't be ourselves anymore.
What?
Your senses yank back to your body, still in Aethys's hand. There is light, sunlight. He has emerged from Ashen Maw, the rim of the volcano and the great keep of the Rathun collapsing behind him. The Audra is barely visible through the thick lava covering his body, and still, he moves. The ocean is gone, water sucked away, leaving only the bare seabed glistening in an ominous silence. You summon the strength to turn your head. Through the cracks in the great god's fingers, you see a wall of water, taller than Neketaka, taller than Aethys, as tall as the moon. It comes with the rumbling of a terrible stampede. The wave slams into Aethys. His hand closes, protecting you from the devastation. Somewhere in your mind, you hear Andra screaming. You are back inside him, back with yourself. Are you still the same Watcher who returned the lost souls of the Dyrwood to their intended bodies? A light shines within the soul as it observes you, waiting. I am.
I am, yes. And I will do everything I can to save these poor souls before I am done.
Good. Then this should be easy. You feel cool air brings your attention back to your body. Aethys stands amid the now calm waves, Kraken futilely clinging to his limbs as he gingerly sets down your ship with one hand. He carefully opens his other, setting your body on the deck. As your head comes to rest, your vision rocks forward, pulled back into the Audra, back to your soul. Some of us is lost to him. Fragments and the empty spaces between them. They will always be a part of him. But we are still us. And it's time for us to go. Together.
Together.
The soul rushes toward you, flying into you with ferocious speed. You are thrust back through the Audra, out of the palm of Aethys' hand, back into your body. You can feel the sensation of your skin, the warmth of the Audra, but you are not fully in control. The other soul struggles to reach the surface of the body's consciousness, but you pull it down. Entangled, you float in a dark, boundless expanse. The more you fight each other, the closer you become, until somehow, impossibly, every piece of you is touching every piece of them. Through the distant window of your eyes, you see Aethys push slowly against your ship. Though his touch is light, it is still the touch of a god. The ship lurches, rapidly tearing across the water southward. His hand pulls away from your ship's wake, his body straightening, towering overhead. The volcanic rock, now cooled and gently steaming, sloughs from his body as he moves. The Audra beneath is still immaculate, unmarred. He watches you depart, and you hear a voice in your mind as you sink deeper into the blackness of sleep.
Tell them what you have witnessed, Watcher. Tell them what is coming.
The windows of your eyes retreat into the distance. The fragment of your soul is so close to you in the darkness that you can't tell if its thoughts are separate from your own. Aethys is going to Ukaizo?
He is indeed.
He's going to stop the wheel?
He is going to stop the wheel.
Aethys is going to Ukaizo. Aethys is going to Ukaizo. He's going to stop the wheel. The words repeat in your mind until they become an incessant, meaningless mantra. Involuntary meditation in the emptiness of your unconscious. When the words finally dissolve and become part of the darkness, you see a pinpoint of light. You no longer sense the other soul. No longer sense the person you were before Aethys touched you. You swim toward the light. As you come closer, the light becomes two blurry spots of radiance. You settle in behind your eyes and feel your lips already moving, mumbling. Around your body you sense familiar scents and sounds, voices raised in shock and alarm. You take control of your mouth, opening it wide and drawing a great breath.
Woohoo! Explosive confrontation. Why? A pounding headache drags you most of the way back to your senses. Your vision blurs and an acrid taste fills your parched mouth. The details of the room slowly come into focus, the sounds of an ongoing debate, a distant echo.
Are we simply going to wait? What if he never wakes up?
Are those frilled collars stuffed in your ears? If the Watcher's mumblings are right, then Aethys is marching on Ukaizo. We have to move.
What's going on?
He sees seizing power from the very gods who betrayed him. Destroying the wheel to make sure they never come back. It's a coup, and we have to muster the strength to stop it.
The unraveling of Kohopa from Tangaloa is our greatest test from the gods, I say. We must live to deserve the world they make for us.
The assembled leaders turn their attention away from each other in a prolonged and thoughtful silence. At last you feel fully present and steady on your feet. The attention of the room abruptly shifts to you, filling the void with expectant whispers. Why is everyone here? What's happening?
Ah, you're awake. Welcome back, Watcher. Your arrival in the wake of the eruption at Magrin's Teeth was alarming. You shared a great deal while you were asleep. We aren't sure what to make of it.
You look about as befuddled as I feel, Watcher.
Join our talks, I say. Rational discussion will gust away the ominous smoke rising from Ashen Maw. The Deadfire is no stranger to cataclysm. We can survive by cleaving to a shared purpose, a greater good, Akira. For what else did the gods place us here? We who have ships and resources enough to make a difference.
Castol glances around the room at the gathered parties, his brows climbing.
What we need is brass. Rawatai has ships and cannons aplenty, but the only way I'm sending them is if...
Ooh, she breaks off at the boom of a door slamming open. The sound of the approaching footsteps grows in volume as a courier scrambles into the throne room, panting and glistening with sweat. His mouth opens and closes like a fish, gasping desperately for his breath.
Ships have formed the blockade around Queen's Berth. Their commander demands parley with Serpent's Crown.
What? But what about our ships? I must get a message through to the captains.
For what do our enemies paint a target on their hull? This is a stirring bid for my attention. Send word to my water shapers to drain the sea around the flagship. I would parley on better terms than this.
My queen! They fly the colors of pirates! The Principe are...
Well, what have we here?
Oh, Jesus wept. It's all kicking off here. It's a bloody Captain Aldis, who refused to visit. The motley sailors who don't hold the Hawana guards at bay with drawn weapons take in some of the more opulent decorations with avid interest. One pirate separates out from the fold, sauntering boldly forward.
Forgive me, Lovesome, but it looks like you're having a party. A rather fine one to which you didn't invite me.
You painted vagrants are a plague on my tribes. Why should I not hang you from the walls of my garden?
You should be asking yourself how they got in here in the first place.
Oh, I do love when they squabble. But I'm here for neither pleasantries nor entertainment. We've bigger fish to fry. Or should I say gods. Now everyone just calm down. I promise we won't fire on you at this time. Unless firstly provoked. That is, until once we've safely absconded from the city back to the high seas. Then all bets are off again, aye?
Yes, well, if you have a point, pirate, I suggest you reach it quickly.
We're supposed to take a bunch of pirates at their word?
Right you are. However, I'm here because I've got questions, ones that can't wait. And the Lovesome Watcher's the only one likely to answer them nicely.
But if we want to reach Akaizo, we will need every ship available at our disposal.
Ukaizo? What's the lost city of gold got to do with a god on a rampage?
He's going there to break the wheel.
Well, fuck if that doesn't put things into perspective. But what's that even mean in the long run? Folks who die won't be coming back again.
Their souls will be trapped in the in-between.
This is all dark and foreboding sounding. But what's it mean for my soul? I mean, I like the idea of pirating throughout the Great Beyond as much as the next gal. But if, say, I got no awareness after I die, does it even matter what happens?
Ak, of course you have no interest past that of your eyes and your stomach. Let us speak now of what can be done. Must be done. Watcher, you know best of all of us what our options are.
As much as you do not wish to hear it, I would suggest that more answers would become apparent when we land on Ukaizo. Reason with him? Blast him with cannons? Not sure at the moment.
The Huana made compacts with the gods on Lost Ukaizo. Anything can happen on the shores of our ancestors. I say it is a place where mortals can reach beyond themselves, do freely what animancers struggle to dream.
We have to act quickly. Defending Ukaizo is the highest priority. Our ships are fast and well-equipped. We could sail to the edge of Ondra's mortar. See if Aethys' passage opens a way through the storms. Of course, finding Ukaizo once we're through is another matter.
I can sense Aethys in Ondra's mortar. Yes, that's it. I can sense it. My soul calls out from inside him.
That's so. You just might be able to save us.
We speak of collectively sailing for Ondra's mortar, but this crown will not support any plan that involves a single outsider ship landing on the shores of Ukaizo. It is for this moment that the gods test me. Anyone who seeks to cross Ondra's mortar will learn that the gates of Ukaizo are the end of compromise with the Huana.
Can everyone agree to an armistice while we work through this crisis? This is going to need all of us to work together in some form or another.
I don't mean to let Aethys end us while we bicker. But the fate of Ukaizo is not exclusively a Huana concern.
I think I'm getting the gist of it now. While these witless princocks go at each other's throats, we Principi will cut through the storms and plunder the City of Gold. Whatever Aethys is seeking in those ruins, we'll find it. And then we'll sell it to the highest bidder. That, or me and mine will have front row seats to the end of the world.
If the Huana cannot take back our beginning, then our end fast approaches. The gods will judge us by our devotion to Ukaizo.
Are you going to guard it as closely as you've guarded your palace today? Ukaizo was yours once, and you lost it. Meanwhile, the storms that cover Ondra's mortar plague Rauatai too. We will help the Watchers stop Aethys, but we will not leave our country's future in soft hands. We hope the Watcher agrees.
Watcher, there are two kinds of people in the Deadfire. Those who have called it home since time immemorial, and opportunists. With Ukaizo under our control, the Huana would restore order as it has not been seen since the days of our ancestors.
Ak, order. And the only question is whether it will be the order of ignorance and tradition, or else of conquest. The secrets to be found in Ukaizo could elevate us all beyond the telling. I will not relinquish that dream so easily.
Without so much as a final farewell, Aeldis tips her head to the armed crew, and the pirates withdraw as swiftly as they arrived.
Watcher, I say the time to play at freelancing is at an end.
Well, we've got to make a choice now.
Any of us could get you to Ukaizo, but only one of us will stand by your side.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Let's speak, Watcher, while we have the chance.
Forge alliances or prepare your ship for a hard voyage. Holy hell, what? Committing to any of them is sure to anger the others in the end. So basically, if we pick a faction now, every time we start to sail around, if we did the other factions that we didn't pick, are they going to start attacking us on sight? I could also go it a low, but Lord Fedora won't survive the journey without significant upgrades. Very best hull and sails. So, Valiant Trading Company, Hawana. I can craft a Blackwood log. Even if it doesn't get us through the Ondra's Mortar, this might be able to be used on the map as we travel around. So what's going to happen, I wonder, with these quests then? At this point. Interesting.
I say it is not every day that a ship pulls into port from Margarin's Teeth. You are not too singed, I hope.
No, not particularly. It's good to see my hat is all in one piece.
Do not leave me in suspense, I say. Have you found Matario Cozy?
No. Didn't somebody want to speak? I thought he wanted to speak with us. Obviously not about the current quest we're on. Right, so we've got a decision to make then.
Yeah?
We're not here to speak with other little petty issues right now. There is one big issue right staring us in the face. So, do we pitch in with the Hawana? Do we pitch in with the Royal Deadfire Company? Or do we pitch in with the Valiant Trading Company? What do you think Fedora's going to do, folks? It may not be rocket science, but I'm going to leave you in suspense. Let me know your thoughts. And in the next session, we shall make our choice. Until then,
perhaps in a day or two.
See you soon.
Prince Haruhi enjoys tales.
There's a bounty in here as well. We may just swing by.